What's up guys, Vape here, and today I'm going to talk about the Pocket Vape. Now those of you who've been vaping for a while might recognize the Pocket Vape. It looks very similar to the Micro G or the Cloud Pens, etc. Several devices out there, same form factor, same function. So the Pocket Vape is a brand that comes from a company and a manufacturer that we know and trust. So we trust that they'll always give us products with the best quality and made from the best materials. So let's talk about the Pocket Vape. Again, if you've seen similar devices, you know what to expect in the box, but just in case, let's go ahead and go through all the contents. Removing the box, as always, you'll see that there are two of the devices packed inside, so you get two with every purchase. There's two of the colors that we have available. There's plenty of options to choose from. I think there's easily over a dozen. These are just two that I'll show for this demonstration. Now before going into the box and looking at what else comes inside the package, I do want to show you all the components of the pen itself. There's three parts. You have the mouthpiece at the top. You can remove that. Usually I would hold down at this sort of protruding plastic part here. That's the coil. You can pull up to get the mouthpiece off by itself. Sometimes if you don't do that, you'll pull the coil up along with it. So that's a good way to pull up just the mouthpiece. You'll notice there's a hole in the very top. That's basically where you're going to be inhaling and pulling your vapor through from the rest of the device. Now below the mouthpiece is the heating coil here. Again, this can be removed by holding it separately from the battery and just giving it a quick little tug. So whenever you need to change coils, you can just pop this off, pop the mouthpiece off, and place your new coil into the battery and the mouthpiece right back on. And speaking of the coils and the battery, with normal use, which obviously is a very term that varies a lot, but using the device once or twice a day, you can expect the coils to last at least 3 weeks. It can last longer than that. Again, it depends on how frequently you're using the device. And without getting into milliamp hours or anything like that, the battery is going to last you about 200 to 300 puffs on a full charge, and it'll take you about 2 hours to fully charge it when it's dead. And let's just briefly talk about how the device works. To turn it on, this one's already on, but you would press the power button 5 times rapidly. Once it's on, pressing the power button causes the light to come on. You hold it down, inhale for 2 to 3 seconds slowly, release, and you'll get your vapor. If you've just dropped a new bit of wax into the chamber, you may need to heat up for a little bit first and then start inhaling. So I'm going to give it time to melt down the wax. And when you're loading the device, again, take the mouthpiece off. And you want to place your wax into this crevice where the heating coil is. You don't want to really put too much in there. I'll show you the packing tool later, but you want to use pretty much just what the packing tool can scoop up and place in there. You're not filling up this bowl, you're not placing a huge amount. Just the smallest amount will yield the best results because it's called concentrate for a reason. You only need a tiny bit to get the effect. So a tiny amount is all you need to get enough vapor to be all set. If you're curious, what's going to happen is you'll light the device, the heating coil will heat your wax or resin and melt it down into liquid and oil. That oil then gets absorbed by the cotton, which the heating element is surrounding, and once it's absorbed, the heating element turns that oil into vapor as it heats it up. Now because we're turning the solid wax or concentrate into a more liquid substance, you want to make sure when you're done to leave the device upright. You wouldn't want to set it on its side immediately after use because the liquid can then drip and seep down into the mouthpiece, and next time you go to inhale, you're going to get some liquid. So to avoid that, just make sure immediately after use, just leave the device upright. And of course, the most important part of this entire vaporizer is the heating element itself. So when you're cleaning or packing or interacting with the heating coil in any way, just try to avoid touching the coils directly. You want to keep them free from contact of anything to just have a longer use without damaging them. And just to reiterate a point from before, using the device a lot, the resin will build up, you'll have some leftover residue, so the flavor can be affected by that. And that's why every 3 or so weeks you might want to change out your coil just to get better flavor and get a fresher hit with each puff. Now again, if we look inside the box, there are going to be 2 pocket vaporizers that come with each purchase. The size of the unit itself is very portable. You're looking at 4 inches lengthwise, and the width is about 1/2 inch. So it'll easily fit into your pocket, very concealable, and truly a portable pen. Looking inside the box, you can remove the top part here, and you get an instruction manual, which goes over a lot of the things that I've already covered in this video. And then below that, you'll have a jar that you can use to place your concentrate in. So it just makes it easy to transport it wherever you need. Then you also get a wall charger. This is used with the USB adapter. You plug the adapter into the wall charger, and then you plug the USB portion into the base, and obviously plug it in, and you can charge your device. And finally, you get some silicone mouth tips. You can place these over the actual mouthpiece just for sanitary reasons, or if this is getting too hot, it'll help shield some of that heat from your lips. And then the packing tool I mentioned earlier. You can use this to scoop up the contents from your jar or wherever you're storing your concentrate and place it onto the heating coil. So that's the Pocket Vape. You can find it at vapeveststore.com. You can check the link in the description below for the exact product page. And stay tuned, I'll have some new reviews for you soon about different vaporizers that we'll have on the site. They're coming out in the next few months. Very excited to show those for you guys. But until then, I'll see you next time.